Hello everyone and welcome to Java Forever course. Currently we are learning how to manipulate numbers in Java, and we have learned that Java provides several functions, especially in the math class, to help us achieve what we want to do, whether it's calculating, finding the square root of a number or the tan or cos. Now in today's class, we are going to focus on learning how to convert a string to a number. Before I talk about converting a string to a number, let me quickly remind you that converting number to a string is relatively very easy and it's pretty straightforward. Java, in fact, automatically does it in many cases. What we really do is, suppose there is a number, let's say we call it 5. In order to convert this number, all I want to do is to append an empty string, a string without any space, just double quote and double quote. This will automatically convert, because this is a string, this is a number, Java will convert that to a double quote string. It's pretty straightforward. Now when you use a print statement, you will notice that if I use print statement and print a number 5, Java will print on the screen. It automatically first converts into a string and then prints it. But that reminds me, or I want to remind you that, Java, when you write a program and you accept user input from the keyboard, everything that user enters comes to your program as a string. And that's where you will need to convert that string into a number. Suppose you are reading a text file in your Java program. The text file data that comes in your program will be a string. And if you are parsing and trying to find a number in the email, you're reading an email in Java and that email has a number 2022, and you want to use that number and do some mathematical operation, remember that number will be a string and you will have to first convert that string into a number before you can actually use it. So in order to do that, we need to learn how to convert a string to a number. And Java again provides a couple of options to do that. The first option Java provides, and we'll focus first on how to convert a string into an integer. If we know that 2022 is this is an integer number, so I want to, when I parse it, when I read it, the whole idea of parsing is to convert that into a number. So technically we use the word parse. So when we parse or when we read and convert that into a number, Java provides a method called parseInt, and this is parseInt is part of an integer class. Now remember, Java has some basic data types. We call it int, but Java also has a class called integer, and it's capital I, integer. When you see this class also has some methods that we can use it, and one of the method is parseInt. So integer class integer dot parseInt, and you pass a parameter in this function or method and whatever number you want to pass. Suppose I pass a string. There is a string called s1 equal to 4 in double quotes. Naturally it is a string. If I pass s1, it will return me an integer, because I'm expecting it to return me an integer. That's what I am going to convert and I'm interested. So parseInt will return an integer, and I declare a variable int I. Here you can see that. So string s1 is a string in double quotes 4. This will return me number 4. If I print it here, again it will print number 4, but naturally it will print as a string. If I want to suppose this is right now, as you can see, the second string is 2. I want to multiply with 2. If I want to, s2 is double quote 2, and I want to multiply this with 2, first I have to convert this into a number. And the way I will do, again, integer class, integer dot parseInt, and pay attention, it is in camel case, small p and capital I, and then I will say double quote 2. If I want to take this will give me a value int x equal to this, and x will be number 2. Now I can do x multiplied by 2, let's say y equal to. I want to take the value, convert into an integer, and then multiply by 2, because now once I convert it into a number, I should be able to do is multiplication or any mathematical operation for that matter. Similarly, you have the similar functions for double. If you know that you are accepting a double value from user, or you are reading a file and that file has a double value like 2.5 or 3.8, in that case you want to parse it like a double. And then again, Java has a class called double, and this double class has a function called parse double. Again, it's a camel case function. In majority of the cases in Java, you will find function name in camel case. The first word all lowercase, and then first letter of next word onwards uppercase. So let's say I put double quote 2.5. If I do this, I know this function is going to return a double, and if I want to store it, I'll declare a variable called double d equal to double dot parse. This function will return me a double value d, which will be 2.5, but then again, this is not a string, this is a number. Now if I want to multiply this by 2, I should be able to do it. I should be able to get 5 because I already converted into a double. Go ahead and read these examples here carefully. You will notice again that I have done method chaining. That means I am first taking this, I'm also taking this, adding these two numbers here, and then finally the out value will be printed as part of on the console. That's all in this class, and actually that also wraps up the this chapter, manipulating numbers. Definitely go ahead and practice. A lot of practice I would recommend. That is the only way to learn coding and hone your skills. You will also have a test at the end of this chapter. Go through the test, take the test, and review the questions. As usual, or as always, I say, practice, practice, and practice. Thank you again. See you guys in the next class.
Thanks for watching. Do subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.